is the prompt that I gave my social media consultant GPT. Give me 5 popular headline stories of today that has an outlier number of comments or shares on the story. It doesn't have to be traditional news media. It can also be news blogs, vlogs, videos on social platforms. However, something that has a side to it that will always be a recurring issue, so that doing a story about it is evergreen, even if only in cycles. I'll be adding words when I'm reading what I wrote. Anyway, great strategy. Find viral, high engagement stories with evergreen angles and ensures your content stays relevant. Yeah, I know that. That's why I told you to do it. Here are 5 highly discussed news stories today. AI replacing. Wait a minute, man. Did I say trucking related? Oh my goodness, that's where I failed at. All right, let me go back. I actually need this too, because I'm going to duplicate this GPT and I'm going to make one specifically for trucking. But I also want to integrate what you're going to see me do into this one. So this is still good. All right, let's do this. All right, okay. I'll say, okay, shortly, I'm going to ask for a prompt. Well, I'm going to ask for instructions. Now this is to do what we just, I know what I do. I know exactly what I do. I'm just going to do the iteration. I'm not going to leave it on ChatGPT to hold that for me. I'm going to copy what I'm asking for and use it myself and put it together myself afterwards. All right, so, okay, give me instructions that I can use in order to add to this GPT. So I'm pretty sure I already did this though. Give me the instructions. Give me the instructions that I can add to the GPT so that I can always get these types of angles on the popular. All right, so that I can always get these results when I'm using the GPT to get ideas for articles, posts, videos, etc. Give me the instructions to add. All right, watch this. It's always good when they give examples to put in the instructions, how to use these instructions. Okay. It's set up assures. And there's no considerations. Okay, that's included. This thing moves. Oh. I'm gonna copy this. Why is this here on my screen? I don't know. All right, and then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna say, oh, what happened? Okay. I want you to write a first draft based on one of today's trending topics. But here is the thing. But here's the thing. I want our stories to be unique. So make them memorable, entertaining, while in the balcony. Yeah. I put my shoes in the oven and they melted. Victor clowning me. He's over there across town. Okay, now I want you to write a first draft based on one of today's trending topics. Where here is the thing. Okay, this is the word I always use, so I don't know why I was resistant to it. twist. The twist to all stories. Well, here's a twist that from the same GPT. I am customizing. I want our stories to be unique, so make them memorable, entertaining, while also informative. For example, I don't know if I should do this, but like for me, a lot of times whatever story is there, people don't connect the dots on how that's related to something else. And when they see this thing as an isolated story, and where if you saw the bigger picture, first of all, you see that these people are exaggerating, or what they're saying is not the whole story, is not, you shouldn't take it at face value, basically. So I'm thinking, should I go that deep with it? It'll make a longer article, more insightful, more valuable to the reader. But the trick is to make it also equally entertaining. So that's the trick, that balance. All right. And if possible, between stories that people, especially reporters, both official and otherwise, who are biased. Many times, now I'm tripping. Many times they don't even know. But we do. I love pointing out these different perspectives to people. And if we can do that on a story so that they have a more accurate, now here's the problem, or balance. The problem is I'm taking the drama out of the story by doing this. The viewpoint of the story. And although we are using it to get eyeballs, people overreact because of how the story is presented. Am I making sense, chat? Am I making any sense here? Question mark. If so, create the story. And after I see what you come up with, I will be asking for an additional set of instructions to add to the prior ones for coming up with the stories. Yeah, I have copied the prior one and saved it so that if you can't access what you told me, then for this part of the instructions, I can add it to the first part and then paste both parts back in and ask you to come to create instructions that incorporate both of these instructions to work together. Now, do I still make sense? And is this a good process, or is my process overkill. Maybe you didn't need me to do all of that. Now, if I'm going to be doing something like this, and oftentimes I start down this pathway, and in the beginning, I don't mean to go this far, but once I start going, it gets crazy. So, but if you know that you're going to be very detailed and complex, it's better actually to use the mobile version. It make perfect sense, and do it on the phone. You could do it here. It's irritating. They won't let you finish. They're going to keep cutting you off. So I wouldn't do it on the laptop or the computer. I would do it on the mobile where you can say everything you want to say. Think about it. Anything else? Nah. Okay. Now you can send it, and then it can take everything that you got to say and organize it. That's what you would do ideally. All right, let's see what it say. Make perfect sense. And honestly, I love the way you're thinking. Your process isn't overkill. It's actually super smart because you're ensuring consistency. Every time you ask for stories, you'll follow the same engaging, thought-provoking style. You're creating a signature approach, best point, and providing value. Your stories will stand out because they will always be unique, best form, memorable, and perspective shifting. That's what I do. And you're keeping control by saving and refining the instructions. You're making sure the GPT stays aligned with your vision long term. Now I'll write that first draft using this approach and pick one of today's hot topics. Let's go with the AI job apocalypse. Just testing you. Let me see what it's got going on. The AI job apocalypse. Are we really in danger or just bad at change? Perfect. Exactly what I'm talking about. Because if you're sitting around crying the blues all the time about it, then that means you're going to be the last one to the table trying to learn something. It's easier to complain about it and look at it. Oh, all right, let's go. If you've been anywhere in the near internet lately, you've seen the headlines. AI is taking over, mass layoffs, Google, Amazon, Microsoft. I love it. Will your job survive? Dot number one. Same old machines are still. Dot number two. What's dot? Is this on my AI? Dot number three. Will kill some jobs? Yeah, but create new ones. I love this thing. Are we afraid of AI? Are we afraid? Oh, it's still incorporating that without me even asking. But for this one, because I'm gonna do a trucking one just like this, but for this one, it's going to be general. Okay, so this is in the same thread that I started down this line, so it's still applying. Okay, I get it. All right, what I did here based on your vision? Made it entertaining, more like conversation. Less like a boring news article, connected dots people don't see. Show how the same pattern happens every time tech evolves. Balanced perspective, AI isn't purely evil, but we do need to adapt. Valid, engagement friendly. By the way, this is the same thing with relationships. This is the same thing with my relationship, new relationship now with hiring people in the Philippines. Everything has more than one side to it on all different levels. And people fall in the trap of having black and white thoughts about things when it's something I call smart gray thinking, where there's one gray area in life naturally. In other words, the nuances. Then there is black and white. So you set yourself up for, you set yourself up for being miserable, negative, poor outlook on the future, always thinking worse about the fella. You just have a poor outlook on life. These are people who, actually dissolve relationships, get mad because someone has a different belief system. You can't even talk to them. It's ridiculous, actually. Anyway, so a person like that is miserable because you're too closed in, closed-minded. You're probably doing a lot of judging, putting people in a huge box. Because they believe this or think this about that one thing, then this also applies, this applies, this applies, this applies. No, all of it don't. Some of it maybe. And then degrees, to see what I'm saying? Smart, great thinking. Degrees of different things apply in different ratios. Some things might be more connected to this idea, or this thought process about whatever. Some things are so far away from it, it has absolutely nothing to do with it. But it's easy for someone with that closed mindset to assign meaning and give a label to that person that forces them to in a category way over here. Even I don't mean to go off on go do. I don't mean to do all of this, but this is the stuff I like. Psychology, really. All right. Next step, you said to add more to the GPT instructions, so it always follow this approach. What specific details do you want to add to the instructions to make this fully match your vision? I'll craft a full combine instruction set for you. All right. Okay. So I'll paste the instructions you gave me earlier that I want to add the instructions to for getting this brilliant study show. Brilliant. How you spell brilliant? B-R-I. Oh, wait, let me see. Oh, I knew that. Brilliant article you just gave me. Okay, so I'll paste the instructions you gave me earlier that I want to add to the instructions for getting the right type of evergreen stories. Then I want you to add to that the instructions you use to come up with this brilliant article you just gave me. It's exactly what I envisioned, and maybe it can be an example for the GPT. So I might have named this something else. Do you need me to paste the prior instructions? Tell me either paste them or no, and just do your thing. If I am not making sense with my instructions, let me know. So the reason I'm showing you all of this is training. I'm showing you how. Let me reach my memory. I meant to start this and then I didn't realize I was still in a chat from yesterday. But this is training because I'm teaching you how you can use ChatGPT, basically another level beyond how most people currently use it. It just uses it to ask simple questions when it could do so much more than that. You can use it. It's just like what it's saying. If you're learning stuff like this, then you really know how to use it as leverage where other people not as much. All right. No need to paste them. I got it covered. I'll merge both instruction sets so that GPT will find the right type of evergreen high engagement stories. First, from first instruction set, write them in this unique, engaging, thought-provoking style. From the second set, include the example like AI job article so the GPT stays on track. Let me put everything together into a single instruction set for you. Now the dilemma I'm having, final merge. Oh boy. It's stuck. Whenever the user asks for an article post or visit video ideas generate high engagement evergreen topics that are trending right now, but also resurface in cycles so they stay relevant. Have an outline a number of shares, spark debate or emotional reaction, making them likely to go viral. Underreported or misunderstood, meaning the public often miss key connections or get one-sided views from biased sources. We got it. Okay. how to present the stories. Oh no, it didn't yet. You did finish. What comes after how to present the story ideas. Now you see why I took the precaution of copying what I got earlier, which is up here anyway, and I should have just made it give me instructions. You see how slow it's responding? That's because I think the other day I used up all the, what do you call it, credits, memory or something for this chat. All right, so I'll do it myself. I'm going to take the instructions under how to present the story idea for each story. Then I'm just going to give you an example. I'm going to say an example of what I'm talking about is this story here. Did that make sense? Are you stuck? You thinking? Or what? Do I need to get deep seek to finish this task? You're not doing better, you're doing worse. How can I help you do better? What's the problem? What is the problem? You were doing so well. I don't get nowhere, so I'm going to create my own instructions, but this is unfortunate because now I was going to say, okay, give me a prompt to get stories specifically only about trucking related articles, stories. And I can't get it to do that. I have to do that myself. All right, so I'm going to take these instructions. That don't even have all four instructions. This one does. Whatever you should mind. Well, how to present the story idea. I'm just going to say, here is an example. And it will see the format and everything itself. I'm just going to paste in the story. All right, so now we're going to click up here, edit the GPT. And like I said, I might already have something like this in here. I just can't remember. Oh no, this is this one. So this one is about creating the account. That's what kind of subconsultant this is. So it is not in this one. Wonderful. This is going to be a great addition. Salted. Well, you know, I should be saying create a GPT. Leave this alone. All right, that's what I'm gonna do too. Let's edit it. February 19th. Yesterday? Okay. This video is 30 minutes. I mean, I know I'm not gonna edit this video this long. And y'all probably not gonna sit here this long. Oh man, I gotta edit it in Zoom. So I'm just going to GPTs. Do this all camera. Actually, I'll start another video. Yeah.